So it's been pretty tough finding viable repairs for the iPhone 10, 10s, 10s Max, mainly because splitting the logic board is just a nightmare in terms of warranty, in terms of the amount of work it requires, and low success rate. So data recovery is fine because you split the board, you pop it into a eye socket and use a known good bottom board, and you can recover the data fairly easily that way. Um, Other than that, I right now at this point we're not even offering iPhone 10 repairs that require logic board separation. So that includes something like no touch. Another common one has been, let's see, SIM problems, Wi-Fi problems. So those are probably the most common right now. No power, obviously. Something like a short on VDD main. I mean, it's just almost impossible. Not impossible, but it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I mean, how much can you really charge for these things for the repair? And then, are you really gonna be able to offer warranty on it? And with all those questions, for me, the answer is no. But it doesn't look like Apple is kind of has given up. I mean, they're not doing away with the dual layer logic boards, and one of the it makes sense because they're trying to make batteries bigger, and the only way to do that is to have a dual layer logic board. Okay, so with that said, we do have an iPhone 10 here that this is the second time I've seen this, but basically after a DIY screen repair, the cameras don't work. So both cameras don't work, and this is a viable repair. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. So there's actually not a whole lot to this. I mean, this is a fairly simple repair in terms of micro-soldering, and Pride image is still one of the best. Not well, I hate to say the best because you're kind of like profiting off of other people's misfortunes, But a lot of these people, they try to do DIY screen repairs, and this is what happens. And I mean, I guess it's possible to do this yourself with like a $5 soldering iron, but most people don't have a microscope, and most people maybe don't feel comfortable doing this, or yeah, exactly. So the problem with this one is I don't know if you can see it right here, but this is fairly obvious. I mean, somebody tried to lift the connector and pop this filter off right here. So let's take a look and see what this filter is. So let's see. So this is kind of reversed. And I believe it's this one right here. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so it's going to be on the... Well, let me do this. It's going to be on the opposite end. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, FL3903. So it says PP1V1 cam wide DVDO, and then this one's PP1 cam wide DVDO connection. Okay, so this goes connector. I guess it provides power. Yeah, I guess it provides power for the camera, and basically it's a 33 ohm, 25% tolerance, 1500 milliampere 0201 filter. So basically replace it, and the camera should be back in business. If I can find out where it is. Okay, it's right there. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to it. Fairly simple. If you have the right tools. If you don't have the right tools, then it's better to just send it to somebody. And most people aren't gonna have the right tools to do this. So I'm pretty sure I bought some of these filters, I think. What did I say it was again? It's a 33 ohm 1.5 amp filter. It's pretty big. So let me see if I have one or not. I may not. Let's see. Resistors. These are caps. Not what I want. What's this, man? Cap. Where are my filters at? Okay, so let's put this back over here. Why are these caps? I don't get that. I have two things of caps. Doesn't make sense. Alright, where are my filters? Okay, these are my filters right here. So I'm gonna say that maybe I don't have it. Let's see. 33 mother effer. Let's see. Is it like an iPhone 8 backlight filter? Let's see. 0 ohm. Let's see. Oh, there you go. 33 ohm. Looks like a 7 backlight filter, maybe it. So let's just double check it. I'm gonna double check it in DigiKey. See if we can figure out what this is. 7 plus backlight filter might be it. DigiKey. So let's see. 587 5421 1 and D. So this is going to be an iPhone 7 Plus 7 Plus backlight filter. So this is a 1.5 amp. Yep, this is it. 33 ohmer. Yep, this is it. Okay, so perfect. So this is actually an iPhone 7 Plus backlight filter. Same thing. So we do have some of these. You know what? I'm actually gonna mark my thing here. Let's see. FL3903. Let's see. I'll just do X cam filter. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so let's replace this filter and we will go from there. Can't even get it out of the package. Oh shit. There it is. Those are some hairy tweezers. Hey Google. Hey Google. Turn smoke on. Alright, so not a whole lot to this. Just get a little bit of flux. Standard procedure right here. You need a really small soldering iron. And then these cables are kind of in the way, so let me just get my tweezers. I think that'll make things a little bit easier. Something's blocking me here. Okay, let's do this. You want a nice solid joint all the way around the entire pad. It helps if you tin it well. And I just don't think I tinned it well. But let me just take this off and go like that. Because if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. There you go. There you go. Nice fat tin pads. Let's wipe it away with the some IPA. Okay. And that is it. So let's plug it back in and let's test it, see if it works. Alright, so I plugged it in the first time and I was getting the same thing, two black cameras. So I went back here and I measured diode mode, and one side was shorted, and I think what happened was that maybe this little exposed short right here was probably touching it. So just throw everything I said about a good solid joint. Good solid joint is no good if it's shorted. So anyways, I plugged it back in, and then I got just the rear camera. The front camera didn't work. I stuck my front camera in there, and it still didn't work. So next step is to diode mode some of the connectors, and this one, and it looks like probably this one is connected to this to the front camera, and then the flood illuminator. I think that's what that is, or dot projector. Maybe that's a dot projector. Yeah. So I think it's just these two are that are the camera connectors, I think, or maybe it's the other way around. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, ZXW Tools has diode mode readings on them, so that's great. So I started with this one, and it's actually probably, I guess we can just click around and we can find out if this is camera or not. Let's see. FCam, yeah. So it's probably these two that are camera connectors. And I ended up, let's see, diode moding this connector, and sure enough, this one was shorted. So, 1, 2, 3 components, and then you have to look on the other side of this. And it looks like that is actually on the somewhere else. So let's go to the microscope and take a look. But it looks like maybe this resistor right here looks a little shoddy. So anyways, diode mode this big ass resistor here, and it looks like it's shorted. Yeah, this is shorted. So that line is shorted at least. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to remove this this big ass resistor here and see what happens. It says resistor, but it actually looks like a capacitor. Maybe they labeled it wrong. I'm not really sure, but I just want to make sure I don't burn anything. So anyways, let's take this resistor out, and let's see if this is short or not, and then we can go from there. I mean, I don't even know how this would be shorted, to be honest with you, but hey Google, turn smoke on. Okay, so looks like there's some LDO there, so just be careful. But let's take this off first, measure it, because I suspect that one looked a little bit odd anyway, so let's just double check that first. 0.70. Okay, so that looks like it's actually fixed. Yep, sure enough, this is shorted. So I don't know how that got shorted, but it's shorted. So let's see if it says it's a resistor. I just don't believe that it's a resistor. So let's see. Yeah, it says 18 microfarad, so it's actually a capacitor. So that actually looks like a backlight, a big backlight filter. So let's see if it is or not. It looks like a 6S plus backlight cap. So I just need to confirm. Nope. 10 microfarads. And that one's 18. So let's see if I have an 18 microfarad, or yeah, microfarad cap, which I may not have. How many volts is it? It doesn't even have voltage. Strange. Well, we might just have to take it from a... Well, let me see if I have it first, and then if we don't have it, then we'll take it from a donor. So, 18 microfarad. I don't have it. Okay, so let's just take it from a donor. Stop sweating this. I don't think the donor will miss it, so not a big deal. Alright, same thing. See if we can harvest it without breaking it. A little bit of flux. A wet tweezers. Listen, wet, when I say wet, just have some solder on the ends of them. Makes it a little bit easier to get off. Or sometimes you can just use brute force. And it's going to help to tin these. Tin that early. That side is ground, so it's not going to be as easy. Let me just clean these tips, man. And I don't even think they're straight. Straighten them. Let's turn this just a little bit so you don't see. Let's turn to the inside so you don't actually see the missing end. And then we will just pop this sucker on. Okay, let's just measure it before we do anything now. So 0.69. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Ouch. Clean this up with some isopropyl alcohol. And hopefully that's the end of it. Alright, hopefully this will fix things. I just want to give us a little nudge just to make sure that it's solid. Yeah, it's solid. Okay, so let's try it again. Dirt tries a charm. Dirt tries a charm, my friend. Okay, looks like it's working now. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're back in business. So, anyways, so that's the. Well, it's kind of weird that that big cap was shorted, but I imagine it's probably one of the metal tools that they were using to remove this thing. So maybe that's what jacked it up. But anyways, that's how you fix the front and rear cameras after a DIY screen repair. Thanks for watching. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching this channel, and I wanted to promote our online micro-soldering course. We have it hosted at udemy.com, and it's at this point it's 4 hours of video instruction. The reviews are pretty good. and we talk about everything from the basics of an iPhone logic board, and then we have a section on ZXW tools. We have a little section about how to set up your hot air rework station, your micro-soldering station, and how to use diode mode. The third part is the three most common repairs, which is no touch, no backlight, no charge. And the fourth part is all about data recovery. So if you go through our website, it's $100, and some people say that learning online is not the best way of doing things, or you can't learn microsoldering online. I beg to differ. I don't know about you guys, but I started watching YouTube videos when I first started about 3 years ago, and that's how I learned it. And not only that, but you go to a live course. Some people like live courses, but not everybody has $3,000 to spend on a live course, right? So, and then yes, you're right. You can go to YouTube and watch all these videos, but you're not gonna. When people make these videos, they don't go from A to Z. They usually start from somewhere in the middle because they assume that you watched something earlier on, or one of their earlier videos. So this course is all-encompassing. It has everything from A to Z to help you get started in microsoldering, and we are adding stuff on a weekly, maybe monthly basis. And we're just gonna keep adding to this thing. And so if you want to get started, I mean, you could also take a class, but to get your feet wet, I think this is the best thing to do right here, and I vouch for it. Thanks for watching the video. I was also going to say, in order to buy it with a discount, $50 discount, just go to microsoldering.com, click on store, and then it's going to be the first item on here. Just click on Buy at Udemy, and they'll give you the $50 off. Thanks.